Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 10 in the NLT for August 10th, 2023. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise child brings joy to a father. A foolish child brings grief to a mother. Tainted wealth has no lasting value, but right living can save your life. The Lord will not let the godly go hungry, but he refuses to satisfy the cravings of the wicked. Lazy people are soon poor. Hard workers get rich. A wise youth harvests in summer, but one who sleeps during harvest is a disgrace. The godly are showered with blessings, and the words of the wicked conceal violent intentions. We have happy memories of the godly, but the name of a wicked person rots away. The wise are glad to be instructed, but babbling fools fall flat on their faces. People with integrity walk safely, but those who follow crooked paths will be exposed. People who wink at wrong cause trouble, but a bold reproof promotes peace. The words of the godly are like a life-giving fountain. The words of the wicked conceal violent intentions. Hatred stirs up quarrels, but love makes up for all offenses. Wise words come from the lips of people with understanding, but those lacking sense will be beaten with a rod. Wise people treasure knowledge, but the babbling of a fool invites disaster. The wealth of the rich is their fortress. The poverty of poor is their destruction. The earnings of the godly enhance their lives, but evil people squander their money on sin. People who accept discipline are on the pathway to life, but those who ignore correction will go astray. Hiding hatred makes you a liar. Slandering others makes you a fool. Too much talk leads to sin. Be sensible. Keep your mouth shut. The words of the godly are like sterling silver. The heart of a fool is worthless. The words of the godly encourage many, but fools are destroyed by their lack of common sense. The blessing of the Lord makes a person rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Doing wrong is fun for a fool, but living wisely brings pleasure to the sensible. The fears of the wicked will be fulfilled. The hopes of the godly will be granted. When the storms of life come, the wicked are whirled away, but the godly have a lasting foundation. Lazy people irritate their employers like vinegar to the teeth or smoke in the eyes. Fear of the Lord lengthens one's life, but the years of the wicked are cut short. The hopes of the godly result in happiness, but the expectations of the wicked come to nothing. The way of the Lord is a stronghold to those with integrity, but it destroys the wicked. The godly will never be disturbed, but the wicked will be removed from the land. The mouth of the godly person gives wise advice, but the tongue that deceives will be cut off. The lips of the godly speak helpful words, but the mouth of the wicked speaks perverse words. No real notes here. Son in Hebrew on the first one. So what? Child to son? Yeah, a wise child, a wise son. New Living Translation seems to be more about the child translation than just son, as it reads, which I think is nice. In 10:10, Hebrew reads, "But babbling fools fall flat on their faces." Yeah, you're right. People who wink. Was it not 10? Yeah, 10:10. People who wink at wrong cause trouble, but a bold reproof promotes peace. Is that listed incorrectly? People who wink at... I don't see how that works. It's the same as an 8, but babbling fools fall flat on their faces. Oh. That footnote is a little funky. So, yeah, agreed. A wise child bringing good things to my life. So hopefully I don't have to find out what a foolish child is like. And I've said it before, man, better just have honest money. I don't want tainted money, tainted wealth, no lasting value. Sorry. Always tired. Lazy people are soon poor. Hard workers get rich. Out and about working. Got a shift coming up. Gonna try to fill the space between, but the lady has an appointment. So I'm going to be under the gun. But she's worked hard the last 3 days, and now she has 6 days off. So, boom. Hopefully she'll enjoy it, get to enjoy the kids, and I'll put the hammer down and try to make as much money as I can. A wise youth harvests in the summer, but one who sleeps during harvest is a disgrace. But that's also on the parents, right? On what you'll tolerate in your household and your kids. It's on the kid, but it's on what we show them, what we model, as well as what we tolerate in our house. I like that one. The godly are showered with blessings. Yes, agreed. The words of the wicked conceal violent intentions. And it says it like 2 or 3 times in here. This, people with integrity walk safely, but those who follow crooked paths will be exposed. Again, you don't have to hide if you're doing the right thing. Yes, there are extreme circumstances. That's not what we're talking about here. But for the most part, it behooves you to just do the right thing and be reliably doing the right thing. Integrity. Because eventually you'll be found out if you don't. If you're using crooked paths and taking shortcuts and, cutting people off. A bold reproof promotes peace versus people who wink at wrong. Like, yeah, it's fine. I just listened to Melissa Doherty talk about, among other things, should we be using they, them pronouns with people? We'll save that for a podcast, I suppose, and in the meantime, I'll direct you to her channel. But let's just say, those who wink at wrong cause trouble. A bold reproof promotes peace. May not seem that way. There it is again. The words of the wicked conceal violent intentions, but the words of the godly are a life-giving fountain. Give life to the people around you, man. Wise words come from the lips of people with understanding. And wise people treasure knowledge. Sorry. Ragweed and stuff's blooming super itchy. The earnings of the godly enhance their lives, but evil people squander their money on sin. Love him or hate him, Dave Ramsey, man. You gotta live like no other so that you can later give like no other, right? You gotta be debt-free and be able to build up your money and use it to be a blessing to your family, your kids, your friends, your community, and those in need around you. It's God's money anyway. We're just lucky when he sends it our way. We need to steward it accordingly. People who accept discipline are on the pathway to life. Those who ignore it will go astray. Yeah. Too much talk leads to sin. I agree. Slandering others makes you a fool. Don't talk bad about other people. Lift them up. Too much talk leads to sin. Be sensible. Keep your mouth shut. Just ponder it, right? The words of the godly are like silver. The words of the godly encourage many. The blessing of the Lord makes a person rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Again, clean money, clean conscience. Doing wrong is fun for a fool, but living wisely brings pleasure to the sensible. That's where I feel I'm at in life. Doing my absolute best to just do my best, When the storms of life come, the wicked are whirled away, but the godly have a lasting foundation. So just remember that. When the storms of life come, the godly have a lasting foundation. Lazy people irritate their employers. Ooh, don't even get me started on that, man. So, like a buddy put it, it's called going to work, not going to fun. That's what his dad told him. The way of the Lord is a stronghold to those with integrity, but it destroys the wicked. I agree. It's like having the way, to cling to. Again, the mouth of the godly person gives wise advice, but the tongue that deceives will be cut off. The lips of the godly speak helpful words. The mouth of the wicked speaks perverse. Do you notice a pattern here? Lift people up. Speak truth. Reprove them when they need to be reproved. In love. Don't talk bad about other people. Be wise. Don't speak all the words that you have in you. Hold back. All right. We both know I can just go on. But in this case, let me sign off. I'm going to go inside and get this cake, try to get her to her appointment, and then, I don't even know. Somewhere in there, I got to go pick up medication that I was prescribed. They're calling me off the hook. When you don't answer spam calls, but doctors' offices and hospital networks don't have it on their caller ID, what am I going to do? Pick it up? No, that's not how we roll. We're not picking up calls we don't know. Leave a message. I'll get back to you. Anybody feeling that one? I need some coffee, fam. I had a little bit of cold brew earlier that we had in the fridge, but right now I need some actual coffee. So that's on the list too. Let's get it in rotation. Maybe I'll report in later in the day. I gotta delete more stuff. I'm gonna go through these files somehow. And then I thought I was doing well. I missed July 28th in there somewhere. What happened? So I'll re-upload that. The fact that it's out of order is just going to make me nuts. Whatever. Maybe I mislabeled it and missed a different one. Who knows what I did? Who knows? Go with God. Be blessed.